When you think of discrimination in the NFL, you typically think of a few positions. Head coaches.
Nothing. Take the calculated risk associated with victory. Do it.
Quarterbacks.
Cam Newton will keep. Got a block. Cam inside the 20. Loping to the 10. And Cam Newton will take it all the way for the touchdown.
And defensive backs. What if I were to tell you that there is another discriminated against position in the NFL that has largely gone unnoticed? Punters are among the most discriminated position group in the NFL. Former Raiders and Broncos punter Marquette King is just the latest punter to field the discrimination against the position. Marquette King went undrafted as a rookie punter coming out of Fort Valley State University, where he was originally recruited to be a wide receiver. The Oakland Raiders held a tryout for King, in which after King signed a 3-year, $1.36 million deal with Oakland. But ultimately, he wouldn't play a snap that season, with all-pro punter Shane Lechler still on the roster. In 2013, Lechler left Oakland, and Marquette King was named the starting punter. King would go on to be one of the league's top punters, being named second-team All-Pro in 2016. That's probably where this story should end, with King continuing his success in the NFL and becoming one of the best punters of all time. Unfortunately for King, that's not how this story goes. Following another successful year in 2017, John Gruden signed a massive 10-year contract to become the new head coach for the Raiders. Less than 3 months later, in March of 2018, King was surprisingly cut by Oakland. King would sign a 3-year, $7 million deal with the Denver Broncos that offseason, but would only last 4 games with the franchise, being placed on the injured reserve. 2 days later, the Broncos reached an injury settlement with King and cut him outright. King has not punted in the NFL ever since. Now, you may be asking yourself, well, if Marquette King was so good, why was he cut? That's the exact same question that Marquette King is asking.
I honestly have no idea. It definitely had to have been personal, I feel like, because when I showed up to meet John, I showed up with gifts for him and Rich Bisaccia, the special teams guy that was there. Once I showed up to the office, I was notified that I'm finna get let go. And I'm like, I thought I just finished like 3rd in the league this year. Like, what else do I need to do? So,
some people have suggested that King's on-field antics were a reason for him being released. But according to this tweet by Marquette King, the Raiders said otherwise. King tweeted out a series of tweets on June 29th and 30th of 2022, including this picture stating, "All these people like yourself saying I had an attitude or was detrimental by any means, they had an opinion to check that box. I got let go because of my performance to the competition to another punter what wasn't on the roster when I finished top 3 that past season." Speaking of King's on-field antics, his celebrations were another reason why people think Marquette King is no longer punting in the NFL. But can you think of another punter who liked to celebrate and have fun?
If you remember, it's another punter, one of my pretty decent friends. He's somebody that I talk to every once in a while. When I see him, it's always joyful and good to connect with him. But Pat McAfee, he would get praised a lot when he celebrated. It's entertainment sometimes when it comes from his direction, and it would be considered antics when I would do something. And I noticed that when I would just sit back and just watch closely.
So, why would Pat McAfee be celebrated for his antics and Marquette King punished for his?
Right. Well, I don't even know why we trying to say it. The punters in the NFL supposed to be white. We got this 1 out of 6 punters, and he's black, and he got a personality, and he talk, and he got some swag. Oh, we not ready for that in the NFL. Let's call it what it is. Yeah, exactly. Let's call it what it is. I'll say it. You don't have to say it because I don't need a job in the NFL. But this is the truth.
Following King's series of tweets, one user replied, "You broke down many doors for the brothers and special teams. Best wishes." To which King would reply, "I tried, but it's a lot of brothers still not getting fair opportunity as well in the league as punters and kickers. Some of the ones that got a shot in preseason would hit me, but what could I say? I was cut with a successful resume. Since 1920, only 6 African American punters have been credited for at least one season in the NFL. Greg Coleman, who played 12 years on 3 different teams. Reggie Roby, who played for 15 seasons. Rodney Williams, who only lasted 1 season. Reggie Hodges, who played 7 years. Marquette King, who has played 6 seasons. And Presley Harvin, a 7th-round draft pick for the Pittsburgh Steelers in 2021. With the Steelers drafting Harvin, he is the only active African-American punter in the league. While the NFL has made numerous efforts to increase the diversity in the league at all levels, the discrimination of players at certain positions is still prevalent in today's game.